yes. Hello, everyone. How are you today? I believe you had a great day today, maybe at school, at work, whatever you're doing today. I believe it is a great day for you. So, how's it doing your side today? Once again, I remain yours on this platform, Mr. Big Rich on Evening Motion. Tonight it's going to be a great day. Let's enjoy this a little bit more before we pump in straight on to the music of today. Yes, as I used to say, I'm yours, Mr. Big Rich on Big Rich Media House. Evening Motion tonight is going to be something different as we usually do. How are you once again? I believe you're having a great day or you had a great day at work. How was your day outside there? If you're still at work, how's it going with you? I believe you're doing great. More money today. More blessing today. Something great today, isn't it? So, yeah, we're going to pump in straight down to the program of today. What's still about? Let's talk about the prosperity that people make in a different way. And I've heard it where people are saying, yeah, you can get it so cheap. And some can get it so high. And some can get it in different ways, Your own time, it might be so, if you come in the evening, you might be able to buy your prosperity, at the bargain price, right? Which can be cheaper than you've wanted to bargain for. And in other words, some people might come after you and still got it so cheaper than you. And some people can come after you, after, the previous people and get it so higher. Imagine you're getting something, you're in the market, you're getting some price at the cheaper price, like something you never know is gonna be like that. Like maybe let's say you want to get something, your budget happen to be £5, and when you get there, you make a great bargain. So you get there and you make it at the price of £2, £3. Yeah. So which means you're saving a lot, isn't it? Now, situation whereby people after you now get it so cheaper than you do, right? And those batch, they go wherever they want and they went away. People after them now come and got it so higher than than the bargain for. Like as if they were planning of getting something of £10 and suddenly it became £50. It's gonna look and sound so crazy. That's what we're calling tonight as people are bargaining for some different thing. What's it that you bargain for? Let's enjoy this music for this moment. Yeah, before that come up, right? Tonight, do you know that some people usually compare their ways of life with others? Or can I say, some people can condemn your way of life, right? Or condemn you, whatever you're doing, and think they were helping you. In your heart, they're doing some silly things that, that can never give you hope. But they will be giving you hope as if it's going to happen that way. But situation whereby you're a novice, so you don't know much more about it. And they started, telling you something that will never happen. What will you do? You will keep calm and keep listening to them. So in that case, I bet you're Mr. or Mrs. Nothing. We can share a love. If not at all, listen, move closer tonight. Come and learn. Call people, call your friend. It's going to be something different tonight. Move closer, as I said. Move closer. Let's learn. Let's chat together. Let's talk together. Enjoy it. We can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando, quando, quando. We can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando, quando, quando. We can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando, quando, quando. We can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando, quando, quando. We can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? You remember that evening? Do you really remember that evening? If you don't remember that evening, you have to think deep. Think twice and let's go about it tonight. In this country, right, in this part of war, where we reside, it's always something on or something up or down. For those who pumping in the years back and comparing their lifestyle with people who are coming to the country now, they are making a big mistake. You are making a big mistake, right? Maybe when you're coming into that country or into that nation or wherever your resident in, if at that time that you coming, right, you're spending 5 years, 20 years, 10 years there, and you yet to achieve whatever you're searching for. And some people come, when they come in within 2, 6, 7 years or even months, and suddenly things work out for them. And you're comparing your life, or you're trying to, bring them down like, no, be careful. This is what, no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be doing that, because this day, if you're begging for the prosperity of £10, and some people are begging for prosperity of £50, right? If you weigh it, what time and how did you get to that, to that market that you're begging in? How did they get there? And what time did they get to that market you're talking about? What time did you get there? I don't know if that makes sense to you. So for those who suddenly find themselves in the £10 prosperity market, right? They got nothing to worry about. It is their lucky. If suddenly things turns around and they became something turn around for them and it boom, right? And you that came, maybe you've been there for 15 years, 20 years, and you're still struggling to get something. No. It is your lucky. It is what you're bargaining for. And you're still paying more. And they pay little. And they enjoy it. How? Imagine those who come to this country in the, maybe like 15, 10, 20 years ago and struggling. Maybe they come by the window, or they jump in from the roof, or they come through the door. And by the time they pump in, they couldn't, they were not free because they have to be struggling to do some things. Yeah, people like that, it will be hard for them, because don't forget, depends on the people who are, sorry about that, depend on people or the environment or community or people whom you're living with or you're moving with or you go out with, right? Some people, when you pump in, they'll be telling you, don't do this, don't do that, because they've never in their life tried to do such. So they'll be discouraging you not to do it. And some people will be the one to be telling you, no, it's the right time to do it. Do it now, even though if the outcome will be something else. Never mind. Do what you have to do now. So things are like that. People like that, they want to show you love. They want you to, to achieve something great. They want you to secure yourself. That security, they want you to do it on time. But some people, because they haven't done their own, because they're passing through a lot of things, they'll be telling you, don't try it, don't do this, don't do that, right? If you're lucky in your own time to bargain for your prosperity at the price of £10, why not? Go for it. Never be delayed. Don't be delayed for anything. Even when people are discouraging you, don't do that, don't do this. Make a move. And even someone was telling me something today. He said, what happened to people who pumped into this country some years back and that they're still struggling? Yeah, life is life. The life goes on. They're not going to kill themselves. Right? Maybe one day something great will come up. But situation whereby they were still struggling to do some great things for themselves, right? And discouraging people around them because they haven't achieved their own. That's bad. And that's the reason why I said, what are you bargaining for? What is it that you're bargaining for? Stop discouraging people who bargain lesser than you do. If you like, come 100 years ago and people who come yesterday became, something great before you. No, don't be jealous. Don't feel like Don't feel like that's the end of the world. Don't discourage them to do some great things. When you're in the land of opportunities, right? You have to get up and do some great things. Don't sleep. Don't be like that. Don't join them to be like, even there's no way someone will be telling you, don't do that, don't do that. If you know in your mind, in your heart that it's not right, click it off. Activate that, that imperial leader in you. And do some clean thing, tidy thing. Do you understand? So don't let them weigh you down. Don't let them tell you that. No, it is impossible. You cannot. Who tell you can do it? You can do it. So if they bargain for something different on their own, it's not your issue. You understand? You wasn't the one that made them bargain for such. So it shouldn't be your problem. It should be their problems. So when someone like that bargain for some stupid things and they were sitting down to discourage you, tell them, I'm making my way.
When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando.
This music wasn't right for tonight, but still yet you can still win. And let's see what people are saying here.
Make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando. We can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando. We can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando. We can share a love divine.
So be careful the way they are advising you. If they advise you the way you don't like it, just come on, ignore them. So if they bargain for 50 quid prosperity and you're bargaining for 10, and suddenly your own boom, and they are still struggling. Now, because they're struggling, they come down to you and started discouraging you, telling you what is impossible, what is something that is possible. They started telling you that is impossible. Come on, ignore them, right? I used to say something that if you're in this land of opportunities, and maybe I've been here for years, and you just came like yesterday, and suddenly you got the right to do things the way you should do it in this country, but I haven't got the right to do it. Don't listen to what I'll be saying. Even these days, a lot of things that you can do online, you can search for it online. You understand? A lot of things like that you can quickly go online and search. So you don't even have to wait for someone like me to be advising you what to do. No, don't wait. Just go straight. Search for it. What can you do? What next can you do in this land? What about the law? What can you do that it be legal? What can you do that is not legal? Once you find out everything about that, you're done. You're good to go. So if someone that be here that haven't, achieve anything, started coming to you and started telling you, scared you away from some great things that you can do that can make you happy or that can make you build a better life, then they started telling you, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Ignore them. Go around, search around, right? And you'll be fine. Okay? So if you're one of them that always discourage people, please change your way today. Change it, change it, change it. Advise people in the proper way. Tell them the right thing to do. And don't be one of them that will be telling them, be when you know in your heart, even yourself, that is A. So telling them B when you even know that it's A, it's wrong. So bargain for some great things. Why not? That's why I said prosperity can be bargained for £10. And some people can get it for £50. Some people can get it for £100. And people who really bargain for £10, why not? They got it at the cheapest way. And you are still struggling, even you bought it at the higher price. You know, you're still struggling. Do not be one of them that will be discouraging people who are getting it for £10, because your own time is not their own time, right? Do you know that we can match that with people, the religion of nowadays, the religions of nowadays? How did they do it in those assembly? And sometimes, you know, I think the way people are enslaved people these days is so different, right? You may be the one that, you know, when you come into environment or an environment you don't understand, you're looking for people who can enlighten you, who can educate you, tell you what and what to do. But if you landed at the wrong hand, right, it may take you longer than you bargained for before you can achieve things. Because I could remember sometimes ago, there's a gentleman pumping to he came to this country for a green pasture from Africa, and when he got here, he landed in a church, and this is someone who know how to play musical instrument. He knew how to is a music engineer, is sound engineer. Sorry, he is. And this gentleman know much about about media, how to set up a media, equipment. But immediately the leader of that church realized that this is what they've been looking for in someone. So at that time, they don't have to be paying the guy according to them. So they never paid the guy for a damn. But they gave the guy a space to be living. Right? They gave the guy where to live, right? And the guy they accommodated the guy for a while. So one day, this guy came out and he said, he met a friend outside there. And then they asked him about his way of living, and he explained everything. They said, oh, man, on your own, even yourself, you're an asset. You can play musical instrument. You know much about sound engineer, and you know about media. Come on, You make money. And this is someone who the man life in that church, help, assist, make use of him and pay him. Do you understand? Because imagine the person they were, that played in that church before he came was getting some good, good day. And when he came, they never pay him. They only give him food. They give him food and house, which they believe that's it. So when he realized that, so I can, the first outing when they paid him around £20, wow, was so happy. Now he got a job because he came in legally anyway, so he got right to work in this country. So then he took this as an hobby and he registered himself as a self-employed. So this guy, in a month, this guy find out that the first month, right, he realized more than £1,000. So then he informed the pastor and said, sorry, I think I will have to do this. I have to look for an apartment. Otherwise, if you don't mind me be paying you 300 quid in this property. And they said, no, why is it? You want to go? Okay, now then they realize that they have to pay him. And they now said to him that, okay, don't go because we're ready to be paying you now. And the guy said, I just want to be free. I need to be free and to be able to go up and down so that I can know much more about this country. So he moved out of that, out of the city close to that church. They're looking for him. He said one day they called him and they said, okay, we're ready to pay you 1,800 every month. Because they're not going to get something like that from anywhere. Someone who can play musical instrument, you don't need to look for a sound engineer anymore. You don't need to look for someone to lead your team, the media team anymore. So it's going to be a foreman, someone that will be doing more than you expect. But they kept him there for more than, for a long. Before, his number 6 wake up. And this happened to a lot of people outside there. Once they knew that they can use you, right? They won't show you the way. They will never tell you the right thing to do. Because they believe immediately you know much more. Your husband will be wise. You will never listen to them again. You will never do the right thing the way they want you to do anymore. And in this country, when you're doing that, you enslave people, right? And you shouldn't do it. But because most of people that are pumping, they don't know. They only need a place to live. They only need a place, some cloth to be covering their nakedness. So they won't care. They wouldn't care. Like, whatever you offer them, they will go for it. And that is what we're seeing in our environment now. So that's why I said some people pumping, they bargain for £10 prosperity. And, they achieve great things. And some people came in and they bargained for £50 and they couldn't achieve anything. So if people like that started, to be, to be telling the people who have bargained for cheaper price, started discouraging them, I'm not going to blame them, but I will tell whosoever in that position to wake up, be wise. Be wise. This country gives you many opportunities. As long as you're legal, everything will be okay for you. So you can bargain for £10 and another person can bargain for £50. Another person can bargain for £100. The same thing you're buying, and you're buying the same product. That doesn't really matter that you have to achieve same things. depends on how do you pump in, how do you get there, where do you get about it. Information must matter in our life. Keep it clean and tidy to yourself. And if you're one of them that love to enslave people, stop it today and advise people right thing to do. Maybe one day they will be useful for you and you will say thank you to them while they say thank you to you in return. So that is it on it. You know, enjoy that. So if you're one of them, you have to change your mind today. How do you get your bargain? What have you been bargaining for? Are you going for £50 bargain or you're going for £10 bargain? Do you see people who got £10 bargain and you are discouraging them because you know they achieve more than you? Have you seen people pump into this country like 2, 3 years ago and everything is boom for you and you be here for years, you're still struggling? Are you not happy? Instead of you to tell them much more about what you know, you'll be one of them discouraging them. You're getting nothing. Change your way and help your neighbor, help your countryman, help your community, and let people know education is very, very essential and information is very, very essential too. Pass it round and let people wake up from their slumber. If you're one of them enslaved people, change your mind today and be good to others. Don't do to them whatever you don't want people to do to you. Do not do it. Especially people in the, what we see now in our environment is the kind of, the community we're having, the community leaders, especially the religious leader in our community. They love to, they never like to make you realize that you got a better tomorrow, but they will tell you that you got a better tomorrow. But to achieve that your better tomorrow can be a problem to them. How? Imagine they realize that your 20 people in their community or in their assembly, and they realize that few of them, maybe 7 of those 20 were well to do, and the remaining 13 were struggling. They will focus more about the 7 who are okay, who they can benefit from. Even though if they are checking back on the remaining 13, it will never be balanced. Because maybe they're following that rule says don't love anyone more than yourself. They will make sure they pack everything to themselves first. Nobody on her. But when it became something that has to do with committee, then yeah, it can be good. Something great can come up from it. You can say, yeah, okay, we're doing our best to make sure that this community will stay strong as one. We help our neighbor, we help our members, we help people. But situation whereby it became one person, one man mopo, how do you call that? That it's just one person controlling it, like only one person got the say. If he says to you, sign this, you have to. If he says to you, don't sign this, you can't do it. In that case, there's no committee setting up for it. It's going to be one voice. And that one voice, we always be checking his pocket. Do you understand? But with the committee will never check his pocket before they check the committee's pocket. Oh, okay, we can do this. Why not? Let's do it. No, I can't do this because I can do it. So 2 things like that. And that's why you see people buying their Prosperity for £10 and they achieve great. And people are buying it for £100, they were still struggling. What are you bargaining for on your own side? If you're bargaining for something great, think about it. I'm not going to help you down. I help you. You have to help yourself. If you fail to help yourself, you're done. So think about it. Let's enjoy this a little bit. Yeah, let me quickly shout out to people on Instagram here. Thank you for tuning in today, Mubaraza Root Band. Thank you for joining. Bebetula Chalik. Thank you. Megwale Gonzo.go.hey.gonzolet. Thank you. Domi0247. Thank you for tuning. Bobs 5115, thank you for tuning. Milu Turandan, thank you for tuning. Michael.5356, thank you for joining. Ope Olua Bajela, thank you, my brother, thank you for tuning. Thank you, I appreciate every one of you this evening. Please make sure you're not enslave anyone. Help people in your community. Tell them the right thing. Tomorrow they'll come back to you and say thank you. And another one, someone will do it, you gain it somewhere. Whatever you do to someone today, think about that. And I believe living like that means we're building a better tomorrow for each other. Think about it. That's it on that side tonight. So if you don't know what you're bargaining for, someone like me, I'm not going to help you. But if you know what you're bargaining for, go for it. That's it on that side tonight. Now let's quickly touch this before I go. Now, do you know that sometimes in this part of the world, right? If you're one of them, searching for what to do, what not to do, you better do it at the right time, right? For those who usually, go on the moped, or people who love to go for electric bike or even push bike, right? Do you know that it is legal in this country, right, to ride your push bike, your your electric bike or your e-scooter or the moped on the pavement, right? It is legal, and you can be penalized for that. But because some people don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. And secondly, for people who sometimes feel like, I want to go out with my bike, or I want to go out with my I call across something this week. I was trying to advise the gentleman that no, because I was on my push bike, right? I was on the push bike and it was on the electric bike, and so there was a roadblock in which we can, so we have to get off the bike and push round so that we can go through. And it was on it, and I said, "Hey mate, can you just push round? You can't be doing this on the pavement." And he ignored me and used some abusive word, and he ignored me and he went. So before he went, so he already got before me, and I was coming at his back, and behind him, far away, not that far, that I was like maybe 20 to 50 meters away to where he is. Then he got stopped by police, and police said to him to pull up. He was looking at my face like this. Immediately they pulled him up. They asked him to show his ID. If, in other words, if you want to get something like that, like people like we usually register for the street bike, you need your license, like either provisional or UK license. Yeah, you need to tender it, right? So they asked him. He couldn't even provide anything. So, and know that he was eating it. No, it's not, because he haven't got one, right? And they stopped him and they collected the e-bike, the e-scooter. So they got it from him, and the guy was looking at me like, this guy told me, he couldn't come to me. He was just looking at me like. So they asked him to. The police got the e-scooter from him, and they gave him a slip. I don't know, maybe fine or just a note. I don't know, but they gave him a slip. I saw it. So which means it might not be finalized, and the e-scooter is gone. So he may got the opportunity of getting it back, but before he can get that back, it's not going to be that moment. Imagine the scooter wasn't even belongs to him. Do you understand? Or maybe he just bought it for fun, because it's not a young guy. It's not like teenager. It's an adult. So if you're one of them that always ignore things like that, stop it, right? Don't ignore rules. On the pavement, it's an offense, to go on it with your e-scooter, even bike. No, you can't. Even push bike, you can't. You shouldn't. Right? It is against the law. So keep that in your mind, in your heart. And if you, one of them that think that, yeah, I've been carrying away from me since, God damn it. One day, that's another day said, ọjọ́ kan ni tí ó le, ọjọ́ gbogbo ni tí, one day you might be doing it and you escape. A day will come, you won't be able to go away with it. And if you got caught, you got caught. So that is it on that side. Yeah, maybe because we didn't share the link tonight. But please, sometimes we may not even need. If you put on or you turn on your notification, whatever we're pumping on this platform, we're live. That notification will notify you, and you'll be able to join us. Not like how many people can we still go at least with people with amount of the subscriber we've got here, we should be able to to go ahead without sending the notification to the link to anyone. We should be able to to see people pumping from the Facebook, and let's see from Instagram, let's see, and from what's it called, YouTube. Yeah. So if you're new to this channel, or you've been busy around, yeah, why not have a look, click on it, like and share to those who are unable to join us tonight. Until we see next week, at least you've learned a lot today. If not, you're still gonna learn more. If not, why not? You can still learn more. So don't forget, what are we doing? We're building a better tomorrow for ourselves, for our community, for that nation you're residing or that nation you come from. So we need to, you need to do it to others the way you want them to do it to you. Until I see you next week, Thursday, same time, on Evening Motion with Big Rich. I believe the evening is going smooth with you. By the time you come, you tell me more testimony about eating it, big money, eating it, big prosperity, eating it, something great, a great testimony around you. So shall it be. Until then, I see you. I remain yours, Mr. Big Rich La Jire, on In the House with Big Rich. Evening Motion tonight. And I say, bye for now. Bye.